Nexus One in the city, Next City, where you can see sums and shapes are so pretty. Next City, we all can be working it out, thinking about getting right together. Working it out, thinking about, let's get it all together.
Sawubona we mama.
Unjani, wendanga.
Come friends, come chomi.
Come on, one and all, wendanga. Come along, it's fun to be together in the city.
Hello, Auntie. How are you today?
Some nice fresh fruit again today, Opa.
They were a little bit late today. Usually they deliver them early in the morning, but the truck broke down.
Shame. At least they could still bring them today.
Oh, let me go and sell them. Look at what I've done. The oranges are all over.
Okay, never mind. I'll help you to pick them up.
This always happens to the fruit. You always to be so careful when carrying around things that can't stack properly. Fortunately, oranges don't bruise like apples or peaches.
Oh, yeah, and once they start rolling, they seem to always get into those spaces that you can't reach. But you know, oranges are better. They are not as small as my beets. I never seem to find all of them once they get knocked over.
Yes, some oranges for you and for little Lebo.
Thank you, Opa.
I will see you again later.
All right, Lebo would really enjoy this. Oh, Opa is such a friendly man. Ay, Feito, someone giving oranges away. Well, today I'm selling these pretty little bits. I just love how colorful they are. You know, I was sorting them all out because just before you arrived, I knocked them over and they were all mixed up. And I tried to stock them nicely, but baskets are better. You see, this round, or rather spherically shaped beads, wouldn't stay stacked because there is no flat side to lie on. Well, I better sort them out before all my customers arrive. My girlie.
Hi, Auntie.
Hello, Tommy. It's so nice to see you again. How's the soccer going?
Oh, it's going great, Auntie. My team won our last 3 games. I'm going to play for Bafana one day.
Oh, you go for it, Tommy. You know what? You can be anything you want to be as long as you're willing to work hard.
That's what my Google always says. But there's so many things I want to be. Right now, I think I want to work in the circus.
Oh.
I saw a picture of a girl in a magazine dressed in a beautiful dress like a ballerina balancing on a big red ball. She looks so pretty.
Wow, I wonder if I could balance on my soccer ball. I just can't seem to get it right. It's going to take a lot of practice, Lebo.
You know why? Because the ball is round. We call this shape a sphere because it has got no flat side to lie on. It is not so good to stand on, but great for rolling, just like when you kick a soccer ball to score a goal.
Latuma!
Yes!
It's the same shape as my soap bubbles. I love the way they float away. There must also be a great big bubble of air inside the soccer ball. So, if you could take a picture of the soap bubbles, it would also be round or... What's the name you used again, Auntie?
A sphere.
That's the name the teacher used to explain to us what the Earth looked like from space in HSS.
Exactly. But not only Earth, but all other planets, like the moon and the sun.
It's kind of funny to think that we live on a place that looks like these soap bubbles or Tommy's soccer ball.
It is incredible and very interesting. Every time we look at the map of our world, it looks flat. Let us look and see what it looks like when it is spherical.
Ignition. Liftoff.
exciting!
Welcome to our solar system. Here we can see all the planets with their moons in their position in relation to the sun. As you can see, the planets, moon and the sun are shaped like spheres that are like round balls. They are all different sizes, colors, and made up of different elements. The planets and their moons spin around or orbit the sun. That makes the sun the middle of our solar system. Some planets, like Earth, also revolve around its own axes. We can say our world revolves around the sun. This is Earth, the third planet from the sun. As far as we know, it's the only inhabited planet in our solar system. The truth is, though, that a planet like the Earth is flattened at the top and bottom, where the north and south poles are, and bulges out more at the center, where the equator is. So it's not quite a ball or sphere, but very close. We divide Earth into two halves using an imaginary line we call the equator. These two halves are called hemispheres, half a sphere each. We call them the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere.
So South Africa is in the Southern Hemisphere. Look, we're down there at the bottom.
This is what the Earth looks like from the inside. It is made up of three main layers of rock: the crust, mantle, and core. In fact, each layer forms a sphere that wraps around the inner sphere, the core. That concludes our exploration for today. We trust that you had an interesting flight with us. Please join us again as we explore more of our amazing solar system.
It was amazing! The solar system was so pretty from up there.
All right.
Maybe when I'm grown up, after I've played for Bafana Bafana, I'll go and explore space. That was wicked.
Auntie, what did it mean when the lady said that the Earth is a little flat on the bottom and on the top and bulging in the middle?
Oh, you see, my girlie, for something to be a perfect sphere, it has got to be rounded all the way, just like these beads. They are round like balls. Some are bigger than others. Here, take one and feel.
Just like the marbles we play with at school.
They all have the same shape and roll like a ball.
Because they're all rounded, all the way. No real top or bottoms, really. And the Earth looks exactly like this bead.
It looks like somebody took a perfectly round sphere and sort of squashed it between their fingers.
It does look like that. But you know what? That's a very good way of explaining the difference between the two shapes. But there are other more shapes that may be a sphere in shape, but not exactly like this bead.
It's kind of pointy at the ends and only round in the middle.
It's more oval than round, like an egg.
Oh, children, I nearly forgot something. We have a date with words, and she's very excited to show us something. Let's go and have a look.
Oh, there you are! I was starting to get worried. I've got such a surprise for you, I could hardly wait. Are you guys ready for a wickedly quick whiz around the world? We are going to check out some buildings from all over the world, old and new. Well, hold on to your hats. It's going to be a supersonic trip. Ready, steady, go! There we are. Can you see the shape of the roof of the planetarium? See how it bulges out like that? Imagine there was another half underneath that bulged out in the same way, and that joined this half together to make a full ball or sphere. We call a roof like this a dome. And if it is exactly half a sphere like this one seems to be, it is called a hemisphere. You've probably heard that word before. Many temples, churches, tombs, mosques, and synagogues have them. Sometimes the domes are almost perfect hemispheres, like the dome of the planetarium. In this picture of St. Paul's Cathedral in England, you can see another example of an almost perfect hemisphere. The width across the dome is 31 meters. Now just imagine, most children your age measure about 1.5 meters. In some buildings, the domes get narrower at the base, like you see in the building of the Taj Mahal in India, which is probably the most famous building in the world. It was built as a tomb for an Indian empress by her loving husband nearly 400 years ago. Notice that there are 3 domes, one in the middle and one on either side. But long before these kind of modern buildings and materials were around, people in Africa were building dome roofs for their huts and even whole huts that were shaped like domes using sticks and grass. Look at this example from Melmoth in KwaZulu-Natal. Can you see the domed roof resting on a cylindrical base? In this example from Swaziland, the whole hut is a dome. We use the word beehive dome to describe this kind of dome-like structure. Look closely at this drawing. It shows how they built the dome to get its spherical form by making arches from bent saplings. See how they start off small and get wider and wider as they reach the top of the roof? Well, 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 what a wicked whiz around our wonderful world. Hope you guys had a rocking time. I've got a sip, so check you on the flip side.
Wow! I wouldn't have even imagined that there are so many domes and spheres all over the world.
I really like the one in India. I love stories about kings and queens and love.
Gross. I don't know about you guys, but all this traveling has made me very hungry. Tony, grab the drop. There we go. You know what? Opa gave me some oranges earlier this morning. Would you each like one?
Please, Auntie.
All right, there we go. And this is yours.
Hey, Tommy, look. My orange looks like the earth. A little flat on the bottom and on the top.
Mine's almost a perfect sphere.
What do you think it will look like if I cut this orange at any point? Will I always get the same shape? Will it be a circle or an oval like an egg? What shape will it be if I cut it right here on top? Will I get the different shape if I cut it right here in the middle or somewhere down here, for an example?
Well, I say, if you cut it in the middle, you will see a circle. But below the middle, you will get more of an oval shape.
I think he's right. I also think you will get more of an oval shape if you cut it at the top.
Okay, let's do it to see if you are right. We're gonna start at this end and cut thin slices until we get to the middle and stop and talk about what we see, right? Now, here is our first piece. Now you can judge for yourself if the shape itself changes or only their sizes, and whether they are circles or more like ovals. So now we have all these pieces and we are about halfway. So what do you notice?
We were wrong. The ones at the beginning are just smaller than the ones towards the middle.
So what do you think the shape and the sizes of the following slices will be if we carry on cutting this half?
Well, if this is the middle piece, I guess if we carry on cutting, we'll get the same shape and sizes on this side as we got here.
All right, let's lay it all out and see.
This is way cool. Wherever you cut through the orange, your pieces will always have a circle shape.
And the piece in the middle will be the widest, and your two pieces at either end the smallest.
And if we stack the pieces together on top of each other, what will we get?
Back to the whole sphere. We start with the small one on this side and keep stacking.
This is the biggest one, so we're in the middle. Now the slices are getting smaller again.
Wicked, it worked. Ish, look at the time. Auntie, thanks for a great afternoon, but I have to go.
Goodbye, my boy. You take care now.
Bye, Tommy. See you at school tomorrow.
Bye, Lebu.
Ah, shame. That Tom is always in a rush.
One day he came to school in his pajama shirt under his blazer. Oh well, I guess I also should be going now. I wish I could stay longer. I always have so much fun here.
Ah, my Gila, I'll see you again tomorrow. But you always have a good time with Brastex too.
I wonder what Brastex is going to show me today.
Oh, there he is.
Dumela, Auntie.
Hello, Brastex. Here's an orange for you. Compliments from Opa.
Thank you, Auntie. It looks nice. Hello, my princess. Are you ready to get going?
I guess so. Today was such a great day. We went on a tour of our solar system.
Yes.
Serious, Uncle Stax. And we saw all the planets and the sun. And then Wish showed us some cool buildings with hemisphere-shaped roofs called domes.
Well, did she show you the dome right in Josie?
I don't think so. We did go to the planetarium, but,
Okay. What are we waiting for? Let's go. I'll show you the dome.
Yes, Uncle Stax. Bye, Auntie. See you tomorrow.
Bye, my baby. See you tomorrow. Uncle Stax, drive safely.
Hey, bye-bye, Auntie. There you go. The famous Coca-Cola Dome in Northgate that is used for concerts and exhibitions. Look at how the dome spans out like an umbrella. While it is rounded from top to bottom, it is not a perfect hemisphere because it widens out at the base.
Wow, it's huge. I've never been inside. My dad says that I could only go to a concert there with my friends when I'm 18.
Your dad sounds like a good man. Well, I've been in there a couple of times. You must see how the dome was made and what materials were used. Ish, it's really something. All those steel arches. One day you'll see them. But now, it's time for me to take you home.
Thanks for the ride, Brastex. See you tomorrow.
Home again, safe and sound. It's time for me to go home too. See you again tomorrow.
Nexus Vanilla City, Next City, where you can see sums and shapes are so pretty. Next City, we all can be working it out, thinking about getting it right together. Working it out, thinking about, let's get it all together.
Sawubona we mama. Come friends, come join me.
Come on, one and all, Wendanga. Come along, it's fun to be together in that city.